Okay, thanks, Carlos. Yes, we can. That's good to hear. Good evening, everyone. My name is Steve Klein. I'm with Home Team Consulting. We're a fundraising company. We have done aquatic centers and various... Thanks, Mark, for running the video for me. That's great. Yeah. Unlike most folks, I've looked in on camera. We've done aquatic centers. We've done hospice homes. We've done homeless shelters. A $2 million campaign to Craig Sheen for a community center. We know what we're about. The last successful project that we had was a project in Hampton, Iowa. Their pool opened last summer. And the mayor told me that the kids in Hampton had the greatest summer that they have ever had, thanks to the community. It's not Home Team, it's not me. We're your home team. And what we do is we help facilitate the community getting the job done. I want to talk a bit about the public opinion survey results in the little packet that you picked up on the way in. You got a little 8-page pamphlet. These are, you're the first people to see these. These are raw results downloaded from the online survey. As it says, we have a margin of error of plus or minus 7 percentage points, 95% confidence level. I'll talk about the significance of that in a minute. The comments are reproduced exactly as they were entered. Complete transparency. I didn't edit anything. I didn't fix any spelling or punctuation. This is exactly what the folks who responded to this survey had to say. Positive and negative. There was one comment that was loaded with profanity and amounted to nothing but a kind of a personal attack on these good people who have volunteered to get this project done, and I took the liberty of deleting that. There's no place for that here or anyone else, anywhere else. And so that's the only editing that was done on the survey. The takeaway, the main takeaway, is that the response to that third question: the City of Traer is correct in placing a high priority on renovating or replacing the swimming pool. Strongly or somewhat agree amounts to 80% of the respondents. And as you see that the preponderance of those are the people who strongly agree. Somewhat disagree, strongly disagree, 14%. Okay, now let's look at the margin of error. 7 percentage point margin of error means that the 80, well, it could be as low as 73. Or it could be as high as 87%. Okay? If you take this survey 100 times, 95 times out of 100, the results will be within that 14 percentage point swing. So that's an indication of the reliability of the results. I personally like to see results that are closer to 5 percentage points, but we had the survey out for months, and we had 170 people who went in and did it, so 7 percentage point margin of error. On the opposition, it could be as low as 7%, according to the margin of error, or as high as 21%. So even taking the margin of error into account, the worst case scenario for project approval would be 73% agreeing that the city's correct in putting a high priority on this project, and 21% disagreeing with that. So we have, in this survey, what amounts to a mandate for doing this project. The other results are interesting. We asked people how long they lived in Traer. We asked them if they went to swimming facilities outside of Traer. We asked people to ask us questions. Now, most of the questions in here have been answered either in the frequently asked questions document, or they will be. There's one that I want to address. There's a question that says, why did the city hire a fundraiser as opposed to having the committee do the fundraising itself? Well, I'm in a good position to answer that question since I'm the subject of the question. The Home Team Consulting is the subject of the question. You know, there isn't anything secret or magical about what we do. I'm guessing that the reason that the City of Traer hired Home Team Consulting is our track record. Every municipality, every nonprofit that has hired us to do this has seen its project happen. We have never engaged in a project like this that failed to reach its goal. And not many fundraising consultants can say that. Now, we do the arms and the legs. The people on this committee all have full-time jobs, and they all have families, and they all have commitments in addition to the volunteer work that they're doing on the pool. I'm the person who focuses 100% on the pool fundraising. I suspect that's why Traer hired me. It's not that you couldn't do it without me. You sure could. It might take 2 or 3 years longer, but I suspect that the City Council and the Pool Committee want to see the project happen. They want to see it done. They want to get it done just like these folks did in 1932. And that's why I'm here, to get it done. In your packet, you have a sheet that's labeled top down and inside out. If you could take a look at that. I want to spend some time talking about why we need commitments now. What I've picked up over the last some weeks is a hesitancy, a sense that, well, I'd kind of like to support that pool project, but I'm going to wait and see what happens. Or I'm not sure that everybody on the council's in favor of it. That's one thing that I've heard. I'm just not sure that that's going to happen. Well, the reason that we need to break through that now is that before we go and make, for instance, a CAT grant application, the Community Attraction and Tourism Program, we need to show local support and widespread local support. And I'll read from you from the administrative guidelines for the CAT program. Financial commitment to a project from a variety of sources, including public and private entities, is a method of evaluating support for the project. Vision Iowa also wants to have an official resolution of support approved by the governing boards of the local governments, including political subdivision that's the chief sponsor of the project. So we'll be talking to the Traer City Council about approving a resolution in support of this project. If we don't have widespread local support, if we have a community that is sort of waiting for the next guy to step forward, if we have a community that's arguing with itself about this project, then we better not go to Des Moines and ask for grant support.